Hi everyone, my name is Santiago. I am the Vice President of Internal Affairs at the Graduate Student Assembly, and I'm here to tell you about the GSA and how we work for you. You may not anticipate this, but graduate students make up over half of all students at CMU, and GSA is the organization that represents all graduate students at Carnegie Mellon. Our mission is to advocate and support the diverse needs of CMU grad students in their personal, professional, and public lives. Throughout this presentation, you will see how GSA improves the quality of life of graduate students, puts on great social events, and ensures grad students have all the resources they need to succeed. GSA has a mixed executive and legislative structure in student government. First, each department or program has 1 through 4 GSA representatives. Each department has their own way of choosing GSA representatives, so they can be volunteered or they can be elected. Representatives vote on GSA legislation, they attend general body meetings, and they sit on committees across campus. Generally, they are leaders within their own departments as well. The executive committee consists of 8 members, the president, and 7 vice presidents who are elected in May of each year by the GSA reps. The GSA Programs and Events Coordinator is GSA's full-time staff member. They plan many of the great social events you see, and they help out with all GSA activities. Each year, the GSA Executive Committee also appoints advocates to work on specific issues or target specific groups of students. For example, advocates can concentrate on graduate students with partners and families, or they can have projects and ideas related to international students or master students issues. Now, let me introduce you to the executive committee. Not that I expect you to memorize names or memorize faces, but if you see us on campus, feel free to say hi. So Josh is the president. I am Santiago. I am the Vice President of Internal Affairs. Divyansh, he is the Vice President of External Affairs. Kristen, she's the Vice President of Academic Affairs. Sadvika, she's the Vice President of Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion. Gary, he's the Vice President of Finance. Maggie, she's the Vice President of Graduate Student Life. And Adam is the Vice President of Campus Affairs. Sarah, she's our full staff member, our Programs and Events Coordinator. Now, the GSA is funded by your student activities fee, which is $90 for the fall 2020. GSA uses these funds for conference and research grants. It also helps us fund all of our lobbying efforts and helps us fund all of our other GSA programs. The student activities fee also funds the different student organizations through the Joint Funding Committee, as well as many of your departmental events that are put together by reps or your departmental student group. Now, all right, we have talked a lot about people and funding and money, but I want to highlight how GSA improves your time at CMU. So as I mentioned before, GSA advocates and supports you throughout your graduate student experience. When it comes to social and public life, GSA puts together over 80 events throughout the year, and each of these events is a new opportunity for you to interact with someone new, make new friends, and just have fun with your fellow grad students. So some of the events we have hosted in previous years are wine tasting at the Zoo and Aquarium. We have attended several sporting events, as well as we used to go rafting every summer. Be assured that we're working really hard to translate all of the fun activities we used to host in person to an online format and a safe physical distance setting. So for you to put in your calendar, here's a small list of things to look forward to. We will be hosting several trivia nights throughout the year, and I recommend start getting ready for our fall semester. There's going to be a virtual showcase, and it's going to happen in December. Lastly, the Grad Student Lounge, which is located on the 3rd floor of the Gohan Center, has been set up for you to be able to study, have coffee, relax, all in a safe physical distance. We also know that grad school is more than socializing. So GSA helps you improve your academic and professional life by providing grants for conference, travel, and registration that you're going to travel, small research project grants, and buying coffee for dissertation writing. Similarly, we advocate on your behalf in Washington and Harrisburg. So GSA provides several opportunities for funding. So for example, for individuals, you can get small research grants that go up to $750. You can also get $750 for conference registration, and this also applies for those virtual conferences. You can also get small grants of $100 for small groups. This is done for dissertation writing, so these are dissertation writing groups. And these are, for this money you can buy snacks, coffee, so you can write and work with your peers. If you are part of a recognized student organization, are planning on starting one, or have a new initiative, you can get funding from various sources. First, the Joint Funding Committee, which you contribute money to, allocates the money to all recognized student organizations. On the other hand, graduate student organizations and new initiatives for graduate students can get a bit of extra support from the GSA special locations. GSA also advocates on your behalf at the federal, state, and local levels. For example, we have joined other universities into writing an amicus brief standing against the latest ICE regulations, as well as we have written several letters of support of OPT. We have traveled to DC, we have set up call-a-thons to Congress, and we have talked to a lot of different local representatives, and this is just to name a few. Lastly, we launched different programs to make your experience at CMU more memorable and to help you in your personal and private life. For example, we have started several services around campus. These were started by students just like you and continue to be funded by student fees. Some big ones that I want you to know about will be legal consultations, which provide 20-minute sessions with a lawyer to consult matters like landlord disputes, DUI cases, among other things. Childcare grants, these are meant to help offset the cost of childcare, and these are $500 per semester. Similarly, the pantry is a great resource to get nutritious food at no cost. And you can also use the shuttle tracker on your phone to get home from those really late nights on campus. And last summer, we started to offer summer transitional housing for new international students. Now that you know a little bit about what GSA does, I want to end by asking you to get involved. As a graduate student, you're a part of GSA, and you can help us build the CMU experience for grads by joining one of our many committees. They typically meet once a month and work on really cool and impactful projects. You can also get involved by being an active graduate student in your own department. If a vacancy for a GSA rep appears, consider filling it yourself. You can also join any departmental committees, go to college town halls, and advocate for the changes you want to see on campus. That's how we get all of this stuff done. And before I go, I do want to encourage you to check out some of the other amazing grad student organizations that are doing an excellent job to enhance your experience. And this is just a couple examples, but you can learn more about this and about many other organizations by visiting the bridge. So keep tuned to our emails and social media updates. We are very active on Facebook, we're very active on Instagram, and we're active on Twitter. You can always reach us by emailing gsa@cmu.edu. Just remember, reach us if you need us. We're here for you, and we're here to help you. And thank you for your time.